Your typical spin bike making adjustments are usually be levers or dials or having to actually use tools to actually adjust it. With the Stages bike, it's these levers right here, popping them out, adjusting the handlebars and the seat, both up and down and forward and backwards. So with this bike, you've got a solid steel frame, powder coated. So you're not going to worry about any kind of rust issues or anything like that. Then all these exposed parts, those are going to be out of aluminum. So again, don't have to worry about rust. They go the extra mile. With this, with the forks, it's actually flared over the flywheel, whereas in the past, they would just tack on plastic shielding. So this just shows that they're thinking above and beyond, thinking about incorporating the actual frame itself into covering as much of the bike as possible to preserve the bike as much as possible. Really, this bike is built around the Stages power meter, which is down on the crank. The reason that their power meter is actually on the crank as opposed to on the flywheel, like most manufacturers, is on the flywheel, it's kind of estimating your wattage, variance of maybe about 3 to 5%, whereas actually reading it directly from the crank is reading it directly from your leg onto the meter. So when it's showing the wattage on your console, that's the exact wattage that you're putting down. It's not a guess, not an estimation, it's the exact wattage. So when you're training, you're trying to reach a certain peak fitness level, you know exactly where you are at all times. There's no guessing at all. With this bike, it doesn't use any sort of leather pad at all. It actually uses a magnet for the resistance. So with that, you're actually using this knob here. Turn to the right, strengthens it, turn to the left will loosen it. So you can be doing your workout, you want to give it a little extra pump, flick that, boom, a lot of resistance. Pedal real quick for 10 to 15 seconds, flip back over, continue your workout. The mechanism, it doesn't actually use a chain like a lot of manufacturers use. It actually uses a carbon Kevlar belt. So you don't have to worry about any kind of maintenance issues with it, no lubing the belt, no adjusting it. You basically just get on the bike, go, and it's worry-free. And it's also extremely quiet. If you've ever been on a road bike, hearing those gears can be a little loud. That's outside. You bring that indoors, the acoustics are going to really amplify that. So being on a bike with the chain inside, kind of deafening. Being on this with a Kevlar belt, you can have somebody standing right next to you, carrying on a conversation with you, and there's no problem at all. And the nice thing about the Stages bike is it actually has an app that connects through Bluetooth to your phone or tablet. Now this app will actually give you the exact readouts that the console will spit out, but you can actually record it and take it with you. The nice thing is also it's Bluetooth connectivity. There's no wires to plug in, so it's basically future-proof. So anytime they want to go ahead and update the app, they can. You don't have to worry about changing out a cable or whatever to configure with the new app. You just pull up your phone, update the app, and away you go. Okay. So with this, you've got a multitude of grips. You've got the aero bars down up front to give you that kind of sleek Tour de France feel. Train just like you would outdoors, but inside on a bike to make it feel more natural.